Great. So let's quickly understand that what exactly we will be covering in today's session.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, we will get an understanding on the digital SOT reading section. How does it look like? Okay. Then we
Yeah.
will explore effective reading strategies. Okay, which is
Okay.
really very important. Then we will be exploring the different types of questions which you are gonna encounter in digital SAT reading section.
Yeah.
Then we will get an understanding on how to effectively go through the passage. Because
Okay.
when it comes to digital SAT, it's all about time management.
Yeah.
So you need to understand the differences between reading and active reading.
Yes.
So what is the difference between reading and active reading?
Mm. Activating is very like reading. I don't know about.
Okay. Reading is when you are simply trying to interpret the literal meaning of a text.
Yeah.
You're trying to go through the passage literally.
Yeah.
When it comes to active reading, it means that you are trying to discover the key message hidden inside the text.
Yeah.
You're trying to identify the tone and context. So that's the difference between reading and active reading. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And finally, we will be reviewing mistakes and then we will understand the key takeaways and I will be giving you an assignment. So let's
Okay.
begin our learning journey. Introduction to the digital SAT reading section. Now, we will get a quick overview of the section. Okay. Now, when
Yeah.
it
Okay.
comes to digital SAT, it comprises two adaptive modules that adjust the difficulty based on the student's performance. Okay. So,
Okay.
based on your performance, the modules, what do you mean by adaptive modules? What do you mean by the word adaptive?
Adaptive means
It
like
is trying to
get at a
adjust with your
skill
performance.
level.
If
Yeah.
you're able to really do well, then it's gonna increase the difficulty level. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what exactly adaptive module is all about. So each module contains passages and questions tailored to provide an individualist assessment of reading comprehension abilities. So in each and every module, you will be getting passages and corresponding questions,
Yeah.
which will test your ability to comprehend the passage. Okay? These are the
Okay.
characteristics of adaptive modules. So did you understand that what adaptive module is going to be all about?
Yeah.
Amazing. Genres of passages. What do you mean by genre? Have you ever come across the term genre?
Yeah. Like the topic about the passage like non-fiction and fiction kind of.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So genres of passages. Passages in the SAT reading section draw from various genres, including fiction, which is not real, which is
Yeah.
imaginary, historical texts. So these are the various kinds of genres: fiction, historical texts, scientific articles, and social studies.
Yeah.
questions per module. Now, in each module, you will be getting 20 to 25 questions. Correct me if I'm wrong?
Yeah, it's 27 questions each section.
Exactly. Allow me a minute. Mhm. Okay. So, in each module, you will be getting approximately 27 questions. And let's get to understand the different types of questions we will be getting over here.
Yeah,
Genres will be fiction. Please make a note of it. Historical texts, scientific articles, and social studies. Please make a note of this.
yeah.
You are done?
I'm still writing.
Okay. Let me know once you are done.
Yeah, I finished.
Okay. Amazing. Now, I want all your ears over here.
Yeah,
Okay. Now, here, let's get to understand the types of question which you will be encountering. Okay.
yeah,
Question types. Main idea identification. Now, whenever you are trying to identify the main idea, I want you to tell me something. Let's say you are encountering a question related to identifying the main idea. So, do we need to go through the entire text? Or rather, let me put it across in this manner that
yeah,
what kind of reading strategies are you gonna apply in this kind of questions? Do you know what are reading strategies?
yeah. Like skimming through, like
Very
reading
good,
the.
very
Yeah,
good, very good. Skimming means
like reading too quickly, like trying to find
exactly.
out.
We
Yeah,
are trying to identify the main idea.
yeah.
Okay?
Okay,
Whenever you are gonna encounter questions related to identifying the main idea, you need to employ skimming method. Okay?
yeah.
Next, we come to detail recall. What do you understand by detail recall?
Like trying to look back into the text.
Exactly. Detail recall means here we need to employ the scanning method.
Yeah,
Detail recall detail recall involves questions related to searching for specific information within the text.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Now I want you to understand the concept that why we employ the scanning method. So tell me something, why we are asked to scan the documents?
Mm.
I'm asking you why we are asked to scan the documents. What do you think?
To understand it better, kind of like.
Exactly. When we are trying to search for a specific information within the document,
Yeah,
likewise, whenever we are getting questions related to detail recall,
yeah,
that means we are asked to look for the specific information inside the text. And
yeah,
for that, we need to adopt focused reading strategy.
yeah.
I want you to make notes parallelly, okay?
I am. Yeah,
Now tell me something.
yeah.
What do you mean by focused reading strategy?
That means like focused on the passes.
Exactly. We are trying to focus on a specific piece of information. Okay?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
are you clear with these two different kinds of questions? Main idea identification and detail recall?
yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Now, this is first type of question. This is the second type of question. Now, here we go with the third kind of questions. That is type 3, interpretation of text. Sorry, interpretation of context.
Yeah.
Interpretation of context. What do you mean by context? Have you ever come across this word context?
Yeah, the main idea, kind of like the main theme of the process.
Okay. Remember, while structuring our speech, we have come across this word context in
Yeah,
our introduction. First, we need to say hook. We need to give
yeah,
a hook to grab the attention of the audience. And
yeah.
then you need to give the context that exactly what you are talking about.
The
Yeah.
body. Yeah,
So that is type 3 interpretation of text. Now we
yeah.
will understand the methodology, and I want you to make a note of this, okay?
Okay,
Methodology to approach questions related to context interpretation. How can we do that? So we need to identify the context clues. Okay? Please
yeah.
make a note of it. Context clues.
Okay,
Now there are four different kinds of context clues. First is the definition within the text.
yeah,
That is number one. Number two is the contrast. Number three is the examples. Okay.
yeah,
Um, So these are, I'm not able to recall the fourth context clues at the moment. But yes, majorly these are the three different kinds of context clues which we are gonna utilize in interpret the context.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
make a note of it and then I will explain all of them.
Yeah. Was number one.
Definition within the text.
Okay. What's number two and three? Like I can't
Contrast.
read. Okay. Number three is what? I can't.
Examples.
Okay. I finished.
Okay,
Yeah.
amazing. Now let's explore all of them one by one. So what is definition within the text? Sometimes while going through the passage, you might have encountered sentences like this. For example, electromagnetism has been defined by a scientist as quote. You might have come across this kind of sentences.
Yeah.
So that is nothing but the definition within the text. And it is a
Okay.
very important contextual clue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Contrast. You are well aware of what a contrast is all about.
Yeah.
Contradicting. Examples. Examples that clarify the meaning. So when we try to explain the meaning of, let's say, photosynthesis, after the end of the definition, we try to illustrate or clarify the meaning of the same, starting with for example. So this is the example which is clarifying the meaning of photosynthesis. So did you understand the three different types of context clues?
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Now, we understood the various kinds of questions which we will be encountering in the module.
Yeah.
Now let's get to know about the timing and the format. So total of 65 minutes will be allocated to you for the reading and writing section. Okay,
Yeah.
combined. Now, let's practice an example. Okay.
Okay.
For example, in the 1960s, the emerging technology of computers redefined industries, making once remote sectors more efficient. This
Yeah.
is the passage. It's a very, it cannot be, considered a passage. It's a
Yeah.
sentence. So
Yes.
what does it say? In the 1960s, the emerging technology of computers redefined industries, making once remote sectors more efficient.
Yeah.
So, what can be the corresponding question? What is the primary focus of the passage? Okay, so you will be
Yeah.
getting this kind of questions.
Yeah.
And which reading strategy are you gonna implement while identifying the primary focus of the passage? Just now we discussed.
Yeah. It would be how emerging companies redefine industries.
Did you understand my question?
Yeah.
Which reading strategy are you gonna? Okay, how many types of reading strategies are there?
Three types. There's definition within the text,
That is
context.
contextual clue. Don't get confused.
Oh yeah. Context.
Okay, skimming and skipping. Sorry,
Yeah.
skimming and scanning. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what is skimming?
You like read.
When we are trying to identify the primary focus of the message.
Yeah.
Then we need to skim through the passage. Scanning is when the question is seeking a specific answer or specific information. So when it says what is the primary focus of the passage, then in that case, what we need to do? We need to do skimming, right?
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Now, effective reading strategies, very important.
Yeah.
So, skimming helps you to grasp the main idea and overall structure of the passage. Please make a note of it.
Okay.
Skimming. It helps you to extract the main idea and then structure of the passage.
Yeah.
Let me know once you are done.
I got it.
Okay, awesome. Now let's understand how we can skim through the passage.
Okay.
We need to focus on headings such as mm, let's say mobile is a bane or a boon. I'm just giving an example.
Yeah.
This is the heading. Yeah.
Yes.
So from the heading, we can understand the context
It's
that
like
what
check
this passage is
mobile.
all about.
Like
We are trying to
mobile.
extract the main idea.
Yeah.
This is the heading.
It'd be mobile is the main passes.
Exactly. We need to focus first of all on heading. Then we need to focus on introductory sentences. Now, what do you mean by introductory sentences? For example, whenever we start our speech, we begin with a hook which grabs the attention of the audience. Before setting the context, we begin with a hook, right?
Yeah,
Yes or no?
we do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, in hook, you will, especially in introductory sentences, you are gonna encounter question, short, amusing, interesting stories, or facts. Okay.
yeah,
So these are the elements which you will be finding as an introductory sentence. Okay. So that is the reason when you are trying to skim for structure, you need to focus on headlines. And second is the introductory sentences.
yeah.
Okay. And concluding statements. Now, in the conclusion, we come across two things. First is the summary, and next is call to action. Now, I want you to quickly tell me what do you mean by summary and what do you mean by call to action? This is something which we have covered in the presentation, right? Did you remember the structure or forgot?
The structure would be like the introduction, body, and conclusion.
Okay. Now, my question to you is what is summary and what is call to action? What do you
Summary is
mean
like
by summary?
summary would be like the ending, like how like you conclude like the main ideas you're trying to state, like the summary of the entire passes into one small part.
We are doing recap.
Yeah.
Very simple. Okay. Call
Okay.
to action is next steps. Okay.
Yeah.
So, simple thing when you are trying to skim for structure, you need to focus on three things: headings, introductory sentences,
Yeah.
concluding statements.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a note
Okay.
of it.
I did.
Okay. Awesome. So, this is the first step skimming for structure. Next, so you are clear with the skimming for structure part?
Yeah, I
Okay,
am.
amazing. Amazing. Then you need to preview questions. Now let's understand what do you mean by previewing questions. So before jumping into the passage, you need to read the questions carefully. Okay?
Yeah.
So when you're reading the questions very carefully, it will make it will be easier for you to identify the key topics and areas of focus. Okay? You will
Yeah.
be able to identify whether this question is relevant to the passage or not. Okay?
Okay.
Why we are previewing questions? Because we have a purpose to read the passage. Why we will be reading the passage? Because, okay, why we are gonna read the passage? Because we need to answer these questions. We need to get an answer to these questions, right?
Yeah.
And enhances comprehension by directing attention to relevant information. Now, remember, few minutes back we have explored that when you are trying to search for the relevant information, you need to adopt which reading strategy? Skimming or
The
skipping? Sorry, skimming or scanning?
s- the scanning is like viewing the whole passes.
Exactly, scanning.
Yeah.
Exactly, there you are. So, did you understand that why we need to preview questions?
Yeah.
So that
To yeah.
there is a purpose to read the passage. Okay?
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
we need to answer using evidence. Now, when answering questions, you need to refer back to the text for support.
Mm.
When you are trying to find the most appropriate answer to a particular question, you always need to refer to the text.
Yeah.
Okay? Using
Okay.
evidence effective, so it shows that you are not answering randomly. This is something which has been established in the text. Okay?
Yeah.
So you are trying to back up your answers using evidence. And where exactly you are going to get the evidence in the text. Okay?
Okay.
So you will be getting your, and why we try answering using evidence? Because using evidence effectively involves eliminating extreme or irrelevant options. Okay?
Yeah.
So that you can get the most accurate answer based on the passage. So generally what I have seen, students face lot of difficulties to find the most appropriate answers.
Yeah.
Elimination methods. It's elimination method. Here what exactly you are doing? You are eliminating extreme or irrelevant options. Did you understand that?
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So did you understand the three steps? First is
Yeah.
to skim through the structure. Okay. Then you need
Okay.
to review questions. And then you need to refer back to the text to
Yeah.
get the most appropriate answer for a particular question. That's how you can eliminate extreme or irrelevant options.
Yeah.
Okay? Amazing.
Okay.
Please make a note of all these things. Three steps. Summarize through the structure.
Yeah.
Sorry, skimming through the structure, previewing
Okay.
questions, and answering using evidence.
Okay. I got it.
Okay, awesome. Now let's understand what is the importance of evidence-based reasoning. Okay. So here
Okay.
yes, are you getting, are you getting,
Yeah. I'm getting it. Yeah.
okay. So now why it's necessary to do evidence-based reasoning? We are eliminating extreme answers. So evidence-based reasoning is crucial for successfully navigating SAT reading questions. we need to eliminate extreme answers, which
Yeah.
is completely changing the meaning of the passage.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
So, that's the reason it's important to conduct evidence-based reasoning so that you can eliminate extreme answers. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Understanding questions type. So, first of all, we will be getting main idea questions. So, in main
Yeah.
idea questions, you need to summarize the essential theme, or you need to understand or extract the primary message of the passage. Okay?
Okay.
So here we need to distill down the information to the core components, and you need to understand the author's intent. What
Yeah.
exactly the author is trying to deliver. Which key message or what key message is the author trying to deliver through the passage? So, first question types are the main idea questions. Okay.
Yeah.
Understand the author's intent or the primary message. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the author's intent. Now, next type of questions which you are going to encounter is the author's purpose and the tone questions. Now, when we are speaking, let's say, when we are taking up this particular sentence, market is volatile. Now, while speaking, we can easily figure out the tone. But while writing, we will be facing little bit of difficulties in understanding the tone and
Yeah.
why the author is writing this particular passage. So, second type of questions revolve around identifying author's purpose and tone questions. So, these questions explore why the author wrote